today I just want to show you guys this new e-bike model that was released by Eahora. I think that's how I pronounce the company name. I think it's E-Ahora is what they said that their name should be called. Anyways, the model is called Azarius, and it's kind of a unique model. I've never seen this seat post hidden battery style in any other bikes. I think this is one of the first ones, and it's actually pretty cool. As you can see here, like the main thing that stands out from this over any other folding bikes is that the battery is right here, and therefore the seat post is quite thick but also irregular. And the biggest selling point for me to get this bike was that it is an 18 amp hour battery at 48 volts, which is approximately 900 watt hours, which is really large compared to most other e-bikes. And the best thing is this is on sale for I believe right now it is $1,099 US dollars at the time of this recording. And for that price, you can't really find anything like it, given the battery size, given that this is a full, as you can see, this is a full suspension, dual suspension bike. Now, I did modify various parts of this bike compared to the default model, so I will probably make another video on that so that I can make the bike ride better, because there are a few nitpicky things that I found this bike to be not so good at to get a good riding experience. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it is a folding bike. It comes with the folding pedals and has a nice beefy kickstand that's stable. It also comes with the really beefy rear rack that you can put stuff in. The only thing I want to say about this rear rack is that I wish there was a kind of a, instead of just one bar in the middle, there was a little bit more things so you can mount various things easier. And notice that I couldn't mount one of my cushion padded seats on because of the way this is designed here. So I wish it was two bars like right here instead of one thick bar across. But yeah, that's just me. It does come with very standard disc brakes, so this is not, it doesn't come with any hydraulic brakes. You could probably replace this brake with hydraulic calipers on the cable system. I would say the one, I don't know what brand this is, I think it's called Filel. That's what I got. Never heard of this before, and it's not your usual tektro. I guess there's supply chain issues. I don't know if they will use tektro in the future for future batches, but this brake is okay. I mean, the stopping power, you have to really tweak the pads and everything to be, perfectly close gapped so that you can have good stopping power, because I'll show you later when I demonstrate riding it, it takes a little bit of a grip to get a good stopping power. The other thing about this bike is that they say it's listed as 56 pounds, which is quite a bit lighter than most other e-bikes out there. They're usually around 65 to 70 pounds. So this is almost 15 pounds lighter and comes with the 18 amp hour. This includes the seat too as well. So I mean, I lifted up before and it does feel quite light. It comes with the handlebar in the middle, so it's a good center of weight. You can carry one hand easily, so you can bring it upstairs and everything. So yeah, given again the pricing and the uniqueness of this bike and the functionality of it, it is quite a good deal in my opinion. And it is a 750 watt motor back here, hub motor, so it can really bring you up, I don't know, any off-road hills that you might be doing. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we do have quite a bit of hilly roads everywhere, so it's good for me to kind of get to places easier. And I will show you the display here, where, and we'll just turn it off, turn it on. So you can see I've rode 45 miles on this bike so far, and they say the range is, I believe they said 60 to 90 miles range on pedal assist, which is probably possible, but I think realistically you can get about, I would say, 70 on average. Now I got this bike, I charged it fully, and I've used it down to about 30%, and I rode 45 miles on this first charge. I don't know if the second cycle will be better because I've warmed it up, but given this percentage and 45, I'd say I'll end up with the empty battery at about 60. And I rode it about like PAS level 3 and 4, so I did use it quite a bit. I used the throttle quite a bit as well, so I didn't ride it that conservatively. So I guess if you ride it very conservatively around level 1, level 2, I can see that you can get potentially 80 to 90, especially if you're not living in a hilly area and you don't weigh more than, I guess, 180 pounds. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the settings here. What's kind of cool though, I do like it has live readouts of your voltage. So right now you can see 45.6 voltage, which is about 30% in terms of the chart of the voltage and how much percentage you have left. And what is also cool is that you get live current readout. So if I ride it, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys here. We'll do past PAS2, so you can see 15, 12, 17, 18. So in the beginning, with the voltage, you can kind of tell how much live watt readout you get when you're riding. So you kind of figure out which level is an efficient level for you, given how fast you're going and how conservative you want to be with the power usage there. I wish they just had simply the watt readout. They only have current or volts. So I mean, you have to do the math in your head. Like 45 times, 18 is like close to 900 watts, right? If I'm riding, it kind of usually hovers around like 3 or 4 at the speed of 10 miles per hour. So that's like just sipping 60 or 70 watts, which will bring you quite far if you ride like this, Okay. One thing though I don't like is that the settings here, at the advanced settings, you can press plus and minus to get to the advanced settings. They've locked, I don't know why, but they've locked. So all the P settings, right? All the parameters you can set up to like 20. There's a guide where you can figure out like what does P1 mean, what does P20 mean. I kind of know by heart most of them because I looked up the advanced functions to try to tweak out the bike, because I did find the bike quite jittery to start. Like it accelerates really, really fast. And one of the things I really wanted to change was, I believe it was 17. No. Yeah, it was this setting, P11. So right now it's at 3. This is called the power assist level at start, and at 3, that's it goes from 1 to 5. I want to set to 1 so that it accelerates with less power and smoother, because right now, let's say I'm gonna set it at PS2. Watch, I just pedal a little bit, and then it kind of like just jolts me up. I mean, for an experienced rider like myself, I'm okay with that, but for older, senior people, for someone who's new to e-biking, that might be a little bit quite unnerving to get that sudden imbalance, so to say, right? So yeah, I mean, other than that, if you can kind of live with that, hopefully they allow future batches or maybe a special code to unlock it, because that would be such a easy thing to help improve the bike. So you can see I added some extra accessories, like it's a bottle holder. This doesn't come with it. Kind of an emergency pump here. The throttle is included by default. This is a very standard Shimano 7-speed shifter. Comes with some nice, comfortable grips, so that's kind of neat. This is the mirror I added just for safety purposes. That's alarm and light at the back. But what's cool though, I'm gonna turn on the light. The light is super bright on this bike. So this is daytime, and you can still see how bright this LED light gets. And at the back here, oh, my alarm is kind of blocking the way, but hopefully you can kind of see it. This battery comes with an integrated brake light, so it doesn't, however, shine brighter when you brake. It is a solid red light. That's, I guess you can say, dumb. That's not a smart light, so I wish they would add that light to kind of either turn on when you brake and not on when you don't brake, or change in intensity of the light. Yeah, and this light black here is a simple reflector, it's not a light. And the wheels, right, I forgot to talk about the wheels. Because the wheels is not your standard 4-inch fat tires. They do call it quote-unquote semi-fat tires at 3 inches. This is the same as electric XP 2.0, and I know that some people don't really like the 3.0 because they like the look of the 4.0. It does look more aggressive. It is probably more capable in snow, in sand, in very, very loose gravel, and you might get a bit more stability from that. So I would say those are the advantages of a 4.0 inch tire. The thing is with 3.0 inch tire is that it is more efficient. There's less, what do you call that? There's less rolling resistance, so you technically will get better efficiency per pedal and longer range. And that's probably why this bike, for this battery size, does get a fairly realistic range of about 70 miles per hour. So they're not wrong. You probably can get 60 to 90. Yeah, and some of the just neat little things that comes with like a little wire sleeve thing, protector thing, so that it just makes it look cleaner. I do hope in the future, right in here it's just a hollow tube. They just run the wire somehow underneath here in the fork. There's a hole and kind of goes through here and then here, so that it's just more clean that way. Less dirt and mud on the wires. That's something that they can probably improve on. The way the battery connects to the controller of the bike is through a wire here. It is kind of potentially vulnerable, but they do have a guard here, so that's good to protect it. But I mean, I'm 6 foot, so I raised the seat post a little bit so that this is not that low, and the bike itself, the pedal, the crank is quite high compared to the ground. So I do think this is probably okay. I don't know, never hit it, so to say. Now, for the rear suspension, it did come with a very standard spring suspension. So I changed it to a air suspension myself so that I can get an even smoother ride. But yeah, the front fork is also an adjustable lockout suspension where you can adjust the stiffness, the softness, as well as the lockout. But yeah, overall, it's a good looking bike. This is they call it the male model. They have a female model where I'm not sure if they actually listed at the female model, but the frame tube is more slanted lower, so they call it the low step model. Now, to turn on and off the bike, there is a button right here. So if I press that, now it's off. You press that, it's engaged. So all the wires are connected, and you can turn it on with the power button here. It did come with an integrated kind of a seat post lock, so that someone can't just take this battery out, right? So there's a key here. Right now it's unlocked. If you press this down, let me close this first. Now it's locked. So if I yank this, you can't. It's stuck. It's locked. You can't, because you can't unlock this latch here. So to unlock it, you kind of, so there, yeah. So the nub is up, and I'm going to be able to unlock this latch, and then I can kind of adjust the heights of this. This is a really, really long battery, and the battery itself, the seat post, weighs about, I think, it was about 11 pounds or so. So let me just, oh, by the way, don't take out the battery until you've disconnected the bottom cables, right? So I do want to kind of show you the, maybe I guess top speed at past 5. They did say it's rated at 28 miles per hour. So let's see if we can get that. So yeah, yes, you can hit about 28 miles per hour. That's true, and I'm on gravel, so certainly you can.